And hello, everyone, and welcome at last to the Horror at Oak Hill. I am so glad the day has come, and we are ready to start playing this game. Just a couple pieces of business to go through before we get started, and we'll jump right in. This game will contain mature language and situations, including physical violence, body horror, and gore. Though our setting is a closed mental health facility, all references to patient conditions and diagnoses are presented in a fictional manner. If something in our content should trouble you, please take a break and return to the game later if you choose. It will be available later on YouTube. Now, let's tell a ghost story. The following is from a taped interview with a former employee who chose to remain anonymous. I started at Oak Hill in 1991 as a nurse's aide. It was my first job out of high school and was close to home. It paid well for the first. It paid well for the time being, so it seemed right for me. Growing up in the area, I had heard all the stories, but they didn't bother me. I didn't believe in ghosts anyway, so bring it on, right? They gave me the night shift because it was the time no one else wanted. I figured the patients are all asleep. It'll give me some time to work on my homework for my classes at the tech school. Easy money. Get some work experience, then I'm off to nursing school in a few years. Most of what I saw was little stuff. Supplies moved around while your back was turned. Sometimes you would feel like somebody was watching you, but there was nobody there. Mostly harmless stuff. It's a night shift. Your mind plays tricks on you. Then I started hearing stuff. Whispers from just out of your sight, in dark rooms and sometimes even behind me. I would ask my coworkers about it, but nobody wanted to talk about it. The only one who seemed to understand was Miss Judith. She had been there a long time and was patient and kind. Talked me through lots of times I wanted to just quit that place. Thanks to her, I toughed it out and worked there long enough until I found someone else in Savannah. Until I found something else in Savannah where I would be going to nursing school. I will never forget that ex interview with HR when I was leaving. All I could do was gush about Miss Judith and how much she meant to me. The HR lady turned white, like she didn't want to talk about it. So I urged her. I said, You know Miss Judith. She's the night shift head nurse. The HR lady said, I'm sorry, but you're mistaken. Nobody by that name works here. Not for a very long time. I packed up my stuff and I never went back to Oak Hill.
Come, come by me.
And why don't we go ahead and get started? Uh, we're going to introduce our cast in a moment. The first thing I would like to do is thank a couple people who worked very hard to help us get everything together for this game. I'd like to thank Nerdbert for all of the artwork and character portraits that he helped with. Um, some of us are using some of the backgrounds he's got. He did all the character artwork you've seen. I want to thank Olga, Lady DM, who did the maps that we are going to be showing on occasion here, and also to Michael Walsh, who was not able to join us tonight. Uh, lots of love to him for all of his marketing work. We joke that he's the marketing guy for the channel, and we
because
really
it's kind of
appreciate.
true.
It is absolutely true. So again, thanks to these three individuals, and also to my players for coming up with great characters, for letting me just bounce ideas off them, and kind of get this whole thing started. So why don't we kind of just jump in? And what I'm going to do is I'd like to have the players introduce who they're going to be playing, and why don't we start first with Mint?
I'll pick on the new person. All right.
Aw.
Hi,
That happens to all of
I'm
us.
Mint. I will be playing Quinn Wilkins, a maybe doesn't care, maybe has an interest in it medic. They're just here for a break and a change of pace. You know how it is being a paramedic for ambulance services. You need a break every now and then. Why not do it at a abandoned mental health facility?
Yeah, that's definitely a break.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Ray.
Yeah, my name is Ray. I will be playing Thomas Bartholomew, the Southern Baptist preacher who is just trying to see what all this satanic stuff is about to preach the light of the word.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right.
Nice amen.
And next, Aloysius.
Hello, I'm Aloysius. Um, and I'm playing Owen Nasur, the occultist of the group. He runs an occult shop in Salem, the spookiest of towns and cities, with his two younger brothers, and he wants to see a ghost more than anything. That's why he's here. Also, just have a good time, you know.
All right. And last but not least, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Eleanor Bennett. She is a scientist, and she's here to gather data of whatever we find because she's completely agnostic about whether ghosts or demons exist. So she's hoping to gather up some data of whatever we've run into or don't run into and make a paper about it and, publish it somewhere
All
if
right.
there's data.
Who knows? You might not find anything.
Right,
So
right. Mhm.
could
Won't
be
be
just
the first time.
could be just another bug hunt.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Okay. Just some background for folks who did not see episode 0, issue 0, whatever the hell we're calling it, session 0. Okay.
All the determiners.
Exactly.
Yes.
The Oak Hill Rehabilitation and Mental Health Center opened in 19. Man, let me just start that over again.
Take 2.
Take 2. Yeah, as you can tell, this is live.
Let the brain reset for a second.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The Oak Hill Rehabilitation and Mental Health Center opened in 1883 as the Georgia Lunatic Asylum. Is located outside Valdosta, Georgia. Oak Hill officially closed its doors in 1999 due to state budget cuts. However, former patients and employees tell another story. Whispers of occult activity may have intrigued the community, but in the end, overall patient abuse and neglect were the greatest evils committed at Oak Hill. For 20 years, the site sat empty while the rumors of its horrific past grew into urban legend. In 2019, the current owner began to allow paranormal researchers to tour the facility, perhaps to make some kind of use of the property. The first such group, the Gulf Coast Ghost Hunters, began their investigation in October of that same year. Armed with cameras and recording devices, the team entered the facility to document the findings and perhaps debunk the rumors. The Gulf Coast Ghost Hunters were founded by Rebecca Hernandez and Kayla Miller in Newport Richey, Florida in 2015. Started as a group of like-minded friends, the GCGH started from humble beginnings and by 2019 had expanded to 12 members dedicated to researching the paranormal. And this leads us to the night in question, as they say. The group who will be working on the ghost hunt tonight have all agreed to meet at a hotel the night before they begin their research. They've all arrived separately. Rebecca and another member, Wyatt, are going to be coming together, and they will be meeting the team at the hotel the night before. And then the next day, they're all going to be arriving at Oak Hill separately. They will be they're planning to get there a couple hours before sunset. Everyone pulls in their separate vehicles, but what I'd like to do is maybe go through the characters and have us kind of describe kind of how they look, how they're dressed as they pull up at the gates. And let's start with, in random order, let's start with Ray.
Thomas will pull up in his just little convenient, just 4-door sedan. You'll see him step out, and doesn't matter how hot, doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter whatever. This man has a 3-piece suit.
Nice. Good.
Tie, suit jacket. This man is ready to go. He'll preach at the drop of a hat. If you're lucky enough to see his back pocket, he's got an old Bible. That's his one that he keeps on him at all time.
Alrighty. And let's switch over to Eleanor.
Okay, so Eleanor has she goes around to different universities and things to critique their papers before they publish something that makes them look terrible. And she had just come back from the University of Chicago trying to convince the scientists there that the third person on that paper is the son of the person who's going to, he's the CEO of a company that could really benefit from this, and it's not really a good paper and you shouldn't use it. And then she got on a plane and flew out here, changed clothes so she didn't look like an academic going into this place we're about to head into the next day, I guess, and rented a car and got to the hotel. So there we are. She's got like a massive curly untamable hair, and it's humid out, so she's like this Irish poof kind of thing going on, and hasn't bothered putting on makeup because it's just too darn warm for that here.
Okay. And let's switch to Owen.
All right. Well, Owen sort of got like sandy skin, curly black hair, well-groomed beard. And then as for clothes, I'd say he's probably wearing jeans and some boots and sort of like a baggy tee and jacket and various like bracelets and necklaces.
Okay. And now the new kid.
Quinn is rocking up with flannel shirt, leather jacket, cargo, like olive green pants. It kind of looks like someone's playing punk, but on a budget and also trying to be professional because they also have their little kit with them, first aid kit and everything they need with it. And they're just there. There's no other jewelry now. They got their glasses on, they got their kit, they got their pockets, and they're just ready to take on the world.
Alrighty. As you each drive up, you come through the front gates of the facility. There's a long gate that's old school, spiky rails as you come in, and there is a kind of a faded stone sign that's at the front. You notice with kind of a laugh that the H on Hill, someone has drawn a spray painted a K over it, so it now looks like Oak Kill.
Lovely.
Really original.
Teenagers.
Children.
I know.
As you pull into the parking lot, there is a kind of a beat up Suburban. It's kind of grayish black. Looks like it's faded over the years, and you see two familiar faces there. First is Rebecca Hernandez, who is the founder of the Ghost Hunters team. She's a woman in kind of her mid 30s, has kind of long kind of curly hair. It's kind of tied back in a ponytail. She perpetually looks tired. It's probably just because of the long hours she works, but she does kind of give everyone a wave as you pull in. And also stepping from the Suburban is Wyatt, who is the one of the team members. He's going to be running the technical side of everything today. So he's like got a backpack he's pulling out, and their vehicle is going to have all of the team's kind of standard cameras and equipment, but the players will all have their own equipment that they'll be, they're bringing in. And I think right now would probably be an excellent time to let's show a map of what the outside of the building looks like. So let's go here. Alrighty. So if you can see the map, we have, yep. Here is the parking lot where everyone's parking. As you pull up, there's also a red Mercedes in the parking lot that you don't recognize. So from the parking lot, there's a small walkway that leads up to the front door. There's also a road from where you came in. It branched off. It also kind of wraps around and goes down a hill to kind of almost like a lower level of the facility, where you can notice this looks like there's like a truck bay here, but this is kind of the main parking lot where you're going to start off. As you get out, everybody kind of gathers over with Rebecca. You guys saw each other last night, but you can still kind of greet each other tonight if there's anything you guys want to talk to each other about before we kind of start the team meeting.
I think Eleanor is just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
honestly.
Owen's probably just eyeing up the place,
Okay.
seeing what vibe it gives him.
Okay.
Quinn is actually going to look over to Thomas and just kind of look at him for a moment, and they'll look around to the Bible. Tell me, Father, you think we're going to be doing an exorcism or anything of that nature?
Well, you got to be prepared. So, you never know what's going to show up.
And Rebecca speaks up and goes, "Okay, everybody, come on over. Let's have a talk."
All right.
Okay, we are going to go in through the main entrance. There are fire escapes on the side and a truck bay on the back down that hill. They have allowed us entrance only through the front door, though. Okay, so no running down the hill for that truck bay. Okay.
All right. I wasn't
Noted.
planning on it.
Well, I know sometimes you guys get eager and you want to
Yeah.
jump right in, but the owner has agreed to turn the power back on, so we can plug in everything in the lobby.
Okay, good.
Does anybody have any questions before we head in?
Is there any Wi-Fi in the building, or are we connecting just through your stuff? No.
Just strictly walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Isolated. I like it.
Hey, we've done this before.
Yeah.
I know. I said I like it for a reason.
Okay. Well, then with that, Rebecca kind of leads the way from the parking lot to the into like a little courtyard where you see there's an old fountain sitting there. It's there's weeds all over the courtyard. There's dry leaves that just filling up the fountain. It's kind of a cool breeze kind of comes through and just kind of stirs up the leaves a little bit, and they just kind of move around a little bit, and they just kind of give off almost like a soft, dry whisper as the wind just kind of goes through the leaves. As you walk up towards the front doors, you can see that the first floor of the building is made of a red brick. You can tell it has kind of high ceiling. There are no windows on the first floor except for the front doors. You can see up to the second floor. It has 4 wide windows across the top. These all appear to be shatterproof. You can tell they went in the last 40 years. Otherwise, except for the doors and the windows, the front of the building looks exactly the same, probably as it's been for close to 100 years. As you walk up, you see a short woman in a plaid business suit. She kind of has black hair, short black hair, and she looks kind of nervous and kind of gives a kind of a sigh of relief as you guys walk up, and she just kind of waves you over.
Okay.
You all right? Looking a bit spooked there.
Oh no, I'm fine. And she walks up to Rebecca and goes, "Rebecca, right?" And she says, "Hi, I'm Lee Armstrong from the management company." And Rebecca shakes her hand, and then she goes around and introduces the team. Everybody gets a chance to say hello to Lee. She's just kind of okay. Well. We do have a little bit of paperwork that I'd like to go through. And Rebecca just kind of goes, "All right." And she kind of pulls her over to the side and they start looking through some different paperwork. So the team are now standing outside the entrance. Give you a little more of a description. You do notice 2 old security cameras sit on either side, either corners of the roof. At this hour, they almost look like owls peering down at you. It's quiet, except for, again, some rustling of the leaves. But from what you can tell, I mean, the building looks pretty sound for really having had no maintenance done to it in the last 20 years. So what would the players like to do while your boss is over there handling the paperwork?
I'm getting a good vibe from this place.
From this place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am. And my reading last night said that we'll probably find what we're looking for here.
And what exactly do you think we're looking for?
Oh,
How would
well,
you know?
Well, the reading pointed my tarot reading that I did last night. It
tarot.
pointed,
Okay.
yes, it pointed it towards us succeeding in our endeavor here. And I know you are a woman of science and
Yes.
are looking for evidence, as
Right, of
as
course.
understandably so.
Well, you can't write a paper without any evidence.
No, but I'm not particularly interested in writing a paper. I just want to be able to see it with my own eyes. But you know.
All right.
Getting it out there for everyone, for the masses, certainly worthwhile endeavor, I think.
Just remember that to get it to the masses, you have to not get yourself killed. Please don't make me have to break out the big guns from this kit. They're not going to be pleasant.
Okay, good to know.
Thomas is slowly walking up to the door. He stops right at the door and just bows his head.
The door has some heavy chains on it. They're not rusted, but they've definitely been here for a while. So if Thomas is going to say a prayer, why don't let's have you make an intelligence and occult roll, please.
Okay.
First roll of the night.
Oh yeah, shall we?
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
So I roll however many dots I have in
Correct.
total
Yeah.
of each, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so that is 5.
Alrighty. You get
4. Let's see here.
I was about to give you the result before you even rolled.
Yeah, don't do that. I was counting the dice.
I sense
everything above 6, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 2.
Well, 6 and above.
6 and above. Yeah. Okay, 2. You don't feel really at peace here. You just kind of get a feeling like this is a place that maybe the Lord has forgotten, and that it's time to maybe bring it back to a better feeling, a better state of grace, as we'd say.
He just he finishes his prayer, gives a little shake, and walks back to everybody and goes, get a kind of uneasy feeling from this place.
I like the sound of that. No offense, Father.
None taken.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I think we're waiting on Rebecca to fill out that stupid paperwork. I mean, I get why it's necessary. That doesn't make it any less tedious and annoying.
Well, I mean, not all paperwork is tedious and annoying. It's most of what I do. But
okay. Eleanor, I'm not trying to offend you here. I'm more just saying documents and
legality
and bureaucracy and all that.
Bureaucracy, I definitely understand. Yes.
I just hope they got my license and all that in the mail.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
After a moment, Lee and Rebecca come over and says, "Okay, we're ready to go in." So Lee kind of fishes around for some keys, goes over and picks up. She's kind of working on the locks. She gets it off, but then the chains are pretty heavy, so she's kind of struggling to to kind of pull them up and kind of move them around the door?
Here, let me help you with that.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you, Ray. And
And Thomas will just walk up and
I said Ray.
Yeah.
all good. It's okay.
If I mess up
Okay.
people's characters'
It's all
names,
good.
and I
It's fine.
apologize.
Fine. Still me. Yeah, Thomas will go up
Okay.
and legitimately just lift the chains off.
Okay.
So
You pull them out. They kind of drag through with kind of a loud clank. And once they're off, she has another set of keys, and she opens it up, unlocks it, and opens the door with kind of just this loud creak.
Of course.
She steps in and kind of waves Thomas in behind her, and then she kind of holds the door open to let the rest of the team in.
Okay.
Thomas will walk through and take the door so that he's holding the door.
Oh,
All right.
what a gentleman!
And I will walk in.
Yep.
I will
follow
nod.
along.
I will nod at the father as I enter.
Given that there's barely any windows besides by these
Mhm.
doors, does it look just from peering in that it's dark inside?
Yes, it is dark inside.
And have we been given like flashlights or any of that kind of?
Yeah, the team is all going to have flashlights, walkie-talkies, more like a headset kind of walkie-talkie. They will have body cams with them,
All right.
and then beyond that is anything they want to add. Anything, but the team provides kind of basic equipment. So I would assume whoever's coming in probably has their flashlight on and is starting to shine around. So
Yup.
okay. As you step in, there's an odor of dust. At each step, just kind of moves dust and there's the faint scent of mold kind of wafting out.
Eleanor sneezes and wishes for her allergy medication.
I hope none of you have asthma. Oh,
No.
sorry,
Bless
Eleanor.
I don't have asthma.
Oh, okay.
As you're kind of shining the light around, you can see the whole lobby is empty, except for a wooden desk. It looks like it was probably maybe a check-in desk at some point. And as Lee walks around, you can hear just kind of the click clack of her heels echoing off the floor and also off the walls, because there's nothing in this giant room. You can see that the floor is like a giant, almost like a giant chessboard. It's green and white tiles. They're really faded and scuffed up. You can see large sections of them are just scratched heavily, and they were probably covered with rugs in the old days. And this would probably be a great time to share another map. So I'm going to,
maps.
we're getting all fancy up in here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And let's go with this one here. All righty. So you have kind of stepped into the lobby here. As you look off to the north, you can see that there's a door at the front that, and let's not hide the legend there, Tom. You can see that there's a door to the north that leads presumably back into the facility. It's a double door. To the right, there's a small room. You could, from what the blueprints showed you guys that you were provided, it looks like it was some kind of visiting room, potentially for when patients, families would come. To the left is a winding staircase. It's carpeted, that leads up to the second floor. And if you kind of take a step to the side, you can see that at the top of the stairs there's some closed double doors there. Lee kind of walks over to the end of the room, and she does flip on some light switches, and the lights come on real slowly, and they kind of flicker a lot, but then they do come on. So you've got a pretty clear view of this area now.
All right.
Industrial.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee just kind of shakes her hand, kind of dusts her hands a little bit, and she just kind of waits. Rebecca is working with Wyatt to get the tech desk set up. They kind of have a mobile desk they bring in, lots of monitors with a PC. So they're looking to start to get the kind of the technical side of everything set up. It's probably going to take about 5-10 minutes, and then Wyatt can probably finish off the rest of it. So, what would the characters like to do while they're waiting?
I'm gonna pull one of my drones out of my backpack.
Okay.
And start trying to hook it up to my tablet. And so I'm sitting here fiddling with the drone and trying to get it. Okay, it's on, and then I'm trying to hook it up to my tablet, and I'm getting ready to see what's there.
Okay.
Anything we can record is better than hearsay.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Okay. Anyone else?
I'd say Owen would probably just take out his little notebook and sort of just like start jotting like descriptions of the surroundings and that sort of thing, just for future note.
Okay.
That front desk, that reception desk, like right in front of the doors, Quinn's gonna go immediately and start rummaging around.
Okay. It's dusty as hell. And yeah, you can. I mean, there's drawers and those kinds of things. You can look through them if you want.
Oh, everything like top to bottom, drawers, false bottoms, any shelves, it's all getting investigated.
Completely tear it apart.
Okay.
First thing you do as you get in.
Okay.
Love that for you.
It's a mimic, so roll initiative.
I got my D20. Let's go.
We've suddenly
always
changed
wanted a
the
desk
game.
mimic.
Disappointingly, it is completely empty. It's just some dust. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. In one of the drawers, you do find a paper clip.
And they'll just pocket it. You never know when you'll need one.
Okay.
Very true.
Thomas is just slowly looking around, just getting his bearings.
Okay.
Just a slow walk pace. Not really in a hurry. Just kind of just looking around, getting his bearings.
Could Thomas, could you give me a perception and awareness roll, please?
I would love to. Perception and awareness. Huh?
Yes, please.
I don't think perception exists in this.
I think you're referring to wits, right?
Yes.
Wits.
Oh,
Wits
right.
and awareness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awareness.
Thank
Got
you.
It. Okay.
Thank you. Aaron, my notes.
Game
that.
lean
Okay.
back. It's happening.
Exactly.
Okay. It's all right. We will figure this out together.
Wits. Yeah.
Faith
Well,
and guidance.
I wrote these
That
up a while
is-
ago.
That is 3.
Nice. All right. You notice in that eastern room, that visiting room, you could swear you saw a shadow move from one side of the doorway to the other. Just kind of out of the corner of your eye, you could swear you saw something move.
Thomas looks over at everybody. Tries to get Eleanor's attention. Excuse me, Eleanor.
Yes.
I could swear that I just saw in this visiting room a shadow move across the way.
Inside the room, or like near the door, or
What'd you say, from left to right?
Yeah, left to right.
Yeah. So
left to right?
from left to right. I don't know if it was just something out of the corner of my eye, but we could start there.
We could. Let me send in one of my drones and see what it picks up. Yeah.
By
Okay.
all means.
All right, so I
Okay.
launch the little drone, and it kind of starts going where I told it to, and I'm looking at it on my tablet and trying to see what it picks up.
And
Just
as
to
soon
get a
as
better view,
and as soon as Eleanor pulls up the tablet, Owen's like already like looking over her shoulder, looking at the screen.
Sure, here.
While Thomas is just looking at the drone,
Right.
going, "Yeah, they're
Okay.
Yeah.
over there."
Right, I'm kind of like guiding it through the tablet, telling it where to go, and how high or low, and that kind
Okay.
of thing.
The drone. And everyone else has noticed that the drone has come out. Anyone want
One
to
of
do
them.
anything while the drones have come out?
Mhm.
And for her part, Leah's already kind of like
It's
She's
the easiest way to gather data.
she's looking at her watch. She's
she's just like, wow, waste no time. I see.
How
No.
much longer do I have to be with these people?
Question.
Mhm.
So you're saying like us just walking in was kicking up dust, right?
Mhm.
Is there as far as they can see, are there any other signs of the dust being disturbed on the floor that couldn't have come from them?
That's an excellent question.
Good question. I feel like Family Feud. Good question.
Good question.
Good question. Good question.
Could you please make me an intelligence and investigation roll, please?
All right, so I have 2 dice, but that's 6 dots, so I'll be rolling these a
Mhm.
couple times. I give you
Mhm.
just a moment. All right, and investigation. Clicky clacky math rocks, don't tell me. Oh wait, so that's 1. So that is 3 successes.
Okay.
We only got 1 10, so no crit
Okay.
success. Sad.
Okay.
Next time.
Glancing past the desk, back at the double doors that lead north, you see some other faint footprints, marks with some footprints, but they're faint, like dust is kind of gathered on them since they were last tread upon. Let's put it that way, or is that trod upon? Anyway, so
Since they were last walked.
there we go. There we
Good.
go.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Jumping back over to the drone, you're kind of watching it through the through the little camera.
Mhm. Yeah.
Kind of goes into the visitor's room. The room is blank, or excuse me, is empty, but there is like a couple tables sitting at the back that look like they're actually like bolted down to the floor, so someone couldn't
throw
remove
them.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Looking around in there, let's have you make a roll.
Okay.
That would be let's see, about technology and intelligence, please.
Okay. So
Which she's pretty good at.
yeah. Okay, let me look at the character sheet. I'm new to this. These are D10s for using, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yup.
Yep.
Okay. Technology. Where is that on this sheet?
It should be on the right side of the skills at the very bottom
At the very bottom.
of the skills. on
Of
the
the
right side.
skills. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of
No, you're totally fine.
Okay. Oh, there it is. She's got 4 dots in that.
Mhm.
So, all right.
So you want to roll your intelligence and your technology.
All right. So I just rolled 2 dice for the technology. I got a 10 on one of them. I have no idea how these numbers are going to work out. And then I got to do it again because there's 4 dots. So I've got just the 110. And the other one was intelligence.
Yes, please.
Where is intelligence on here? Okay, she's got 3 for that. So I'm going to roll those. The first 2 didn't work if we're only looking for 10s. And
Well,
one
6
more.
or higher is a success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I got. What did I get on that one? I think that's a 1. I don't know what I've done here. I got 110 out of it for sure on the technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
The drone sweeps through the room.
Mhm.
you don't see anything on the camera.
Okay, well, might play back later. See something. Yeah, right now it's not picking up anything. And this is I've named this drone Webb after the web camera from NASA, or whatever's doing it now, and because it can see and it can hear and it can pick that up. This one does.
What does the other one do?
Heat sensitive to see if we encounter someone, they either have body heat or not.
What's
what they
that
do.
one's name?
I was
named
going to say,
Amber.
please tell me you have every single one of them named, because that's going to be cool.
There's only two, but she has both of them named. And yeah, the fever. She named it fever because of all the times since COVID started, where someone sticks a thermometer to your head and checks. So I just thought, well, that's a good name.
You're just like topical. This is the name right here.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the drone's not really seeing anything that I can tell from this tablet. So I don't know. There's a lot of dust in here. Maybe that was picked up by us, and maybe that's what you saw.
Yeah, could have. It
Yeah.
could have been. It also must have been. It also could have been something out of the corner of my eye. But
It could
I
be.
was just taking a look around.
All right. Well, I'm going to call back the drone and have it come land in my hand and stick it back in the in the backpack.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they wanna do? Report.
Quinn will nudge, like either everyone is going to get a nudge or a tap on the shoulder, and then they'll point to the slightly disturbed footprints.
Interesting.
Don't know what that means for us, but
And none of us left those, and not Rebecca or the others either.
they've entered the same time we did.
Hmm.
All right, fair enough. Just covering bases here.
Well, yeah.
Could be someone that came from that bay or one of the fire escapes. Kids, maybe the same ones that did that tagging.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
True. But a
sense.
place like this, teenagers are bound to break in every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Could also be someone squatting. You always know.
Also very possible.
How big are these?
Arguably more likely.
Or whatever they are, footprints.
I can't tell from over here.
Okay.
Would you like to go closer?
You know what?
Would you?
Yes.
I'll go.
Because
I'll go
Okay.
closer.
Walking is a free action. No. Yeah,
Man, how many of those do I get?
2. No, use them wisely. You get over there, they about average size. Not no Bigfoot or anything like that, but and they look like they were probably sneakers from what you could tell.
So difficult to tell if it's like a male or female
Correct.
foot size. Okay.
Correct.
I love that the current danger is 0.
Is 0.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my tablet to just without the drone, just to take some pictures of those.
Okay.
Get a few shots of that, just to see what
Okay.
comes up. It's probably nothing, but
you
to
never
have
know.
the evidence is better than
yeah.
not.
Better
Yeah.
to have the data
Right,
and be
exactly.
able to work with it as opposed to not having the data.
Right.
Lee looks like she's getting ready to leave. She's kind of jangling her keys a little bit. So she walks over to Rebecca, who kind of waves everybody over.
All right.
And Lee kind of smiles as best she can. She says, as you can see, the power's working, so you can you can plug in down here. I can't guarantee it's going to be working throughout the whole facility, though. So anything you might need to plug in, you're going to want to do it here. The water was shut off years ago. The toilets may flush once. So please be mindful of this.
All right.
Alright.
There's no Wi-Fi. The owner didn't invest in updated electronics before the facility closed.
It's all right. I
Utterly
have battery
shocking.
backup. It's fine. No worries. Sorry. What were you saying, Owen?
Oh, I said how utterly shocking of him.
Okay.
Rebecca has sent me all your disclosure forms. the owner would prefer to review all your findings before anything is made public.
Oh, sure,
Um,
sure.
So please, any pictures you take, please don't upload them anywhere.
Oh, of course not. That would be so unprofessional.
Phone coverage is spotty out here, as the major character carriers. Oh
Major
boy.
characters in the
Wow.
story.
As the major carriers haven't built new towers out this way.
Mm.
Please don't open any of the outside doors. We would prefer they stay locked, for liability reasons, of course.
Mhm. Gotcha,
Teenagers.
gotcha.
Right?
Now, I myself have been out here a few times, but don't know the place overly well. It just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Mm.
But that's why your team's here. Rebecca has my number. If anything else, if you need anything, just know I'm about 25 minutes away. If it's a real emergency, 911 is going to be your best bet. Y'all have till 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then I'll be back tomorrow morning with donuts. So,
All right.
right.
I do like a good donut.
Yes.
Coffee would be good too by then.
oh,
if you
of
can.
course, I'll bring coffee as well. Good luck to everyone. She kind of smiles and then she turns quickly and heads out in a hurry. As she opens up the lobby doors.
Thomas is going to be at the door opening it.
Oh, why? Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, have a blessed day.
You as well.
And as you open the door, you see the sun is just getting ready to set, and everything is plunging into darkness except for the lobby.
Okay. For reference, around what time is it right now?
It is October, so it is probably about
earlier sunset.
Yeah. It's probably about, we're gonna say about 6:30.
All right. Gotcha.
So the team is now left alone. The tech desk is set up and ready to go. Per your previous instructions from Rebecca, she does not like people going off by themselves.
Right.
The team must always be at least 2 team members together. Your cameras are on at all times, recording for your safety and liability reasons. She has said previously that for the first part of their work, only stick to the first floor. We know that there is the second floor and there is a basement, but for the time being, we're going to stick to the front door. The front door, the first level.
We are not leaving the lobby, people. We're staying here.
Oh man, and I even had coffee before we started. So
It's all good.
So let's share the map again, so you
All right.
guys can take a look and see what you guys would like to do. So let's share again.
Well, Owen's definitely going to want to go to the creepiest place possible.
Okay.
Wherever that may be.
I was going to say maybe everybody goes, together for a cursory glance around everywhere. Just kind of get where we might want to go when and if we split off.
Okay. Well, the main doors leading off the lobby are about here, and from there they enter into an area that has doctor's offices, the security station, and some exam rooms. And I'm not sure how well you guys can see the map.
Yeah.
I blew it up so I could see it better.
Okay,
Good
good.
idea.
Okay, good. The doctor's offices are here on the left. Those are 6s. The exam rooms are number 5s, and then the security is here number 4. So, and again, she has requested that you do not go to the second floor yet. So you're not gonna touch these stairs yet. So
Right.
okay. So what's the marching order?
I don't know.
Before they go, Quinn is gonna look over to Eleanor.
Mhm.
Allergies still bad?
Yeah,
Hold up.
I could take something if I need it, but do you have something?
I
I
have
don't
a-
remember if I took all of my allergy stuff on the plane or whatever.
Quinn is just pulling out. It looks like it's the halfway step between the basic first aid kit you could get at a CVS and like one that looks like it could go in an ambulance.
Oh, wow.
It's just a white, not attaché. I'm trying to remember the material name, but it's just a white thing with a red cross on it. They open it up, they flip through it. Okay, I know I stocked it. Paracetamol, acetaminophen. Here you go. And they'll just like those little packets of like the cheap stuff you can get at the gas station. They'll just pass a packet over.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna pull a water bottle out of my backpack that I had on the plane and didn't finish, and just down it, and get the antihistamine in there. That should help a lot.
Well, that and also if you keep sneezing everywhere, we may miss clues like those footprints with the
I
dust.
know. This will probably kick in soon. What kind was this one? Just something generic, right?
It's the totally not rip off of Benadryl generic at a gas station.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be fun.
It's called Renadryl.
Benadryl.
If the player Ray took Benadryl, he'd be out in 5 minutes.
If the player Jen took Benadryl, I'd be breathing better and more productive for about 2 hours.
So, all right. So if you guys are going to go through this door, it's a double set of doors. So they again open very slowly, creaky, and you will step in then to this central area here.
All right.
All right. Who wants to go check out security with me?
That might be interesting.
You seem to be better at tech than we are.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, Eleanor, you and me, let's do it.
All right. Maybe you'll find a creepy ghost here, Owen.
Maybe. Fingers crossed. Maybe you'll
Right.
find something. Maybe you'll find some weird fucked up footage.
Hey, you never
Okay.
know. Mhm.
Okay. As you go into the security room, hey Owen, let's have
Yeah.
you make a roll.
Oh, okay.
And let's have you make a wits and investigation, please.
What's investigation? Oh no. I am not Silas right now.
Oh no.
I am not basically a private investigator at the moment. Okay. Okay, that's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Which is
That's-
rather good, seeing as I only rolled 2.
That actually
Nice.
that actually is quite enough. You find on the floor, kind of behind a desk, a coffee can that has cigarette butts in them.
Oh, how new does it look?
They look fairly recent, actually.
I'll like stop Eleanor in her tracks real quick,
Yeah,
and then I'll
yeah.
just be like, and then like point at the, I'll point at the coffee can with the cigarettes in it.
Can I smell cigarettes? Or are they
Sure.
old? Like, is it overwhelming in the
No,
room?
no,
or-
no,
okay,
no,
all
no.
right,
They're
so it's
but
not that
they're
new.
not like ancient. I mean,
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
like they don't have a coat of dust on them or anything.
correct.
Okay,
Correct.
somebody's
Yeah.
been here.
Do you think it might be Lee?
I don't know.
Taking a
she
smoke
came
break
in
on
here
her.
with heels. I don't know that she's gonna stand here and smoke.
That's
You know?
that's fair. Maybe she also like smokes out of those, like, you know, in the theater, those fancy, you know, cigarette holders.
Like from
Maybe
the
she-
20s?
Yeah, maybe she uses one of
Maybe.
those.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she
Someone
uses one of
obviously
those. I don't
smoking.
know.
Darling. So,
Yeah. uh-huh.
Yeah, and also she seems like a classier lady than just ditching them in a coffee can.
Probably true. So I don't think it was her, but I mean, there's probably been teenagers in here, or maybe someone was like temporarily
Maybe,
staying
but I still,
here for
maybe, but I still think it's a good thing to make note of, regardless.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take a photo of it, but here.
Yeah,
Just
you know,
check.
just
We
to
get it.
have. You never
Yeah.
know. Oh, you
All
never
right.
know. It could be gone the next time we're in here.
It could be. It could be. That's possible. I guess.
Rebecca kind of wanders over, sticks her head in. Anything in here?
Cigarette butts. That's about all. So
Yeah,
far.
Rebecca, was anybody here before us?
No. We were told that we're the first team in here.
Wow.
All right.
So
well,
that's older than we thought.
yes. Or it's not. Someone could have broken in and
And she kind of wanders over and takes a look, and she says, "Does this look fairly fresh?"
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Maybe
Okay.
someone broke in or something. That could be.
She kind of steps out, looks
So
over.
I guess keep our eyes out for squatters. Maybe. I don't know.
She's like, "It's not unheard of."
I have a drone for that. Don't worry. I have 2 drones for that.
And she looks over at Quinn and Thomas. What would they like to do?
There you go.
Quinn just looked at Thomas. Take the lead, Father. I'll back you up.
Well, let's take a look at these examination rooms.
Okay. You have 3 examination rooms, kind of starting from the top, number 1, number 2, number 3.
Oh, we're going right to the middle.
Okay. 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 You take a step in. The actual table is just kind of built into the floor. And as you step in there, there's a cardboard box sitting kind of just at kind of the edge of the table. It looks almost like a shoebox. And I'd like each of you to make a let's give you a wits and investigation roll. Take a look at the box.
All right.
Why not? Let's see what happens.
That's not the best pool, but we can do it. Hold up.
That would be 3 successes for me,
Okay.
which is good because I rolled 3 dice.
That's 2 successes for me.
Okay. Thomas notices the box just moved slightly. It looks like it just shifted a little bit on its own.
As we walked in,
Mhm.
Oh, that's not unsettling. It's fine. It's fine. He'll go. Did you see that?
Somebody's baseball card collection.
Maybe. But it could be my eyes playing tricks on me, but the box shifted.
Would you like to take another look, Quinn?
Quinn is actually going to look at Thomas a bit, and they're going to... Are you feeling all right?
I feel just fine.
Okay, and then they'll take another look at the box.
Okay. Give me another roll, please.
All right.
Man, Thomas is about to become Doubting Thomas.
That is still just 2 successes.
You don't notice anything about the box.
All right.
Thomas, give me another roll, please.
All right. Fair enough. That's 2 for me.
Nothing from the box.
All right. I'm going to go Thomas ain't scared. He's just like, all right, must not have seen it. So, boop, pop the lid off.
Okay. As you pick up the box, a flood of cockroaches come out and start crawling up and down your arms.
No. That's kind of gross. And he just slowly wipes them off.
Okay.
What a
No.
reserved reaction on his part.
Yeah, he's so calm.
He's like,
Quinn,
cockroaches, they're beneath me, it's fine.
Quinn, you see as he picks up the box, he starts to tilt it, and like a bunch of cockroaches come out and just start like swirling down his arms, and he doesn't seem to be bothered.
Is there any like thing besides the cock? Like, I mean, if he turns the box upside down, just cockroaches come out.
Do you want to tilt it up and look in?
No. Turn it down on the no. See,
Then the big mama cockroach
he just
falls
turns
out
it
on his
upside
face.
down.
Oh wow!
Right.
And then we have Alien going on, right?
Takes a bite of it. It's all right.
No, it's inside the box. It's just like the bottom is just like looks like rotted material. You just nastiness, but nothing. It doesn't look fleshy. It just looks like the box has been sitting here for a long time, and families of cockroaches and generations of cockroaches have lived in this box.
Do you think somebody just set this box here to mess with people?
Maybe, but generally, this kind of stuff, it takes a while for that man to get into it, from what I've seen. I mean, I've had calls go out to sheds like 50 years old that didn't have that many in it.
He's going to continue looking around the room.
Okay. Other than that, there's not really much to notice in here. Everything's been taken out of the room. Any of the cabinets are empty. They pretty much took anything that wasn't nailed down. They removed from this place. Okay. Switching back to our other pair, you've now looked at security.
Yep.
Where else would you like to possibly take a look?
Is there anything else in here other than the cigarette?
Yeah, I was gonna
thing?
ask like what
Yeah.
the general sort of like layout and structure of the security office
It's
looks like.
it's a very small room that just really had kind of like a small desk, 2 chairs, and looks like the desk probably held computers and cameras at some point, but at the moment there's nothing there.
Okay. Are there any wires left over from the electronics?
You can take a look. Want to stoop down below the desk?
Yeah, fine. I'll do that.
Sure.
Yeah. What am I rolling for?
You don't need to roll for this one.
I don't need to roll.
Uh,
Okay, so I'm
no,
gonna look down and just kind of like, see if there's any like cables or something.
And you look down.
It might tell me how old the computers were.
And you see there's a phone jack there.
Okay, got a phone jack.
But
Probably didn't work.
and an electrical outlet, and nothing else. You don't see anything where maybe there might have been like an internet connection, anything. So
It probably predates internet by a bit, so it's really not much of use down there.
okay.
Find anything worthwhile over there?
A phone jack and electrical wire thing.
Oh, so
Someone
no.
plugged in a computer pre-internet, I think.
So, don't mind me. All right. Well, Eleanor, what locale is screaming your name?
Well, I'd like to get everywhere if I can, but
Well, how about more immediately?
more immediately? Well, I think the other two went into one of those rooms over there, so we could probably go through another and see what's there.
They went into exam room 2.
Okay.
So we have
All right.
1 and 3.
Let's go to. I'm feeling 3. How do you feel about 3?
Sure, why not?
Door number 3.
Yeah.
You get in there. The same similar table that's on the floor, bolted to the floor. There is still a curtain that's kind of hanging from the that's kind of on the ceiling. So there's kind of a battered old blue plastic curtain that's kind of partially blocking part of one of the exam tables as you step in.
I'm a walk over and sort of just like move it
Oh,
to the side.
I wouldn't touch that, but all right.
Okay.
Well, I'm braver and more foolhardy than some.
It smells moldy when you move it,
Great.
Oh, sorry about that.
but there's nothing behind it.
Okay.
All right. Anything? There's nothing behind the curtain. No, nothing.
No.
Just a curtain. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anything of note in the room?
No.
No. Well, this is boring.
Okay.
And
Okay.
irritating physically.
Oh well, then
And-
let's get you out of here then.
Yeah. The benefit should kick in soon, I think.
And we'll go back to our other pair. What would you guys like to look for?
Where would you like to go, Queen?
So the other two had just went to one of the other exam rooms, right? So the third remaining one, Quinn will just kind of point to it. May as well mark down everyone in the same category at the same time.
Lead the way.
Okay. As you walk to the third exam room, there's still some cockroaches kind of running around. And the
There are
third
many
room.
pets.
That's where we're at.
Roll animal Ken. No.
Roll to tame the
Hey.
cockroaches.
Exactly. No, the third room, you can kind of stick your head in. Nothing of interest. No curtain. Same kind of battered exam table on there. There's a couple spots where the plastic the pleather was. It looks like it might have been cut, but really nothing else of interest in there.
Do the cuts look like they're just rips and tears, or does it
Yeah,
look like
just
someone's
rips and tears.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They'll kind of look at it. If I was someone coming into an abandoned asylum, where would be the first place I would put something interesting? And they'll like go up to where those rips are and take a closer look, see if maybe someone's put something in them.
Okay. You want to stick your hand in there?
They look like they're about to, then they stop. Nope. We are
Man,
not.
2 mimics in one dungeon?
They'll look around in their kit,
Mhm.
and the father can fully see this. Like the kit has the top layer that everyone saw, and then they flip it open. There's just a shit ton of syringes, like all
Yep.
different sizes.
Mhm.
They'll
Okay.
take one of those out and just like use it to prod around inside, see if they can find something.
Looking at with your flashlight and the nothing. It just the foam in there has kind of gotten kind of wet and moldy.
Oh, and it's yellow. It's probably disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh.
but nothing, nothing of note.
Father, you may want to perform an exorcist just on this furniture.
Well, if the furniture comes alive, we'll be sure to do so.
Well, that box was almost alive with how much stuff was in it. Maybe
That was a
we'll see it.
lot of cockroaches. I ain't never seen that many in one place in all my life.
Alrighty. What's the other pair want to do? All the exam rooms and the security room on the right side of the room has been checked. The left side are doctor's offices.
Can I sort of just like close my eyes for a second and
Mhm.
sort of like see what way the universe is pulling me?
Of course you can, hippie.
Let me see. Should I spin around on a bat 10 times?
Exactly.
What-
How about you make me a wits and occult roll, please?
Okay, I'm great at those. Critical success. Love that. So okay. 7 successes.
Nice.
Guide me, universe. I don't shout that out loud. I just say it in my head.
This is an area that has a bad aura of pain and mistrust, of just overall sorrow, and you feel like glancing at the doctor's offices that there's a stronger feeling of just overall sorrow coming from that direction.
Okay. Is there one of the offices giving me like a stronger feeling than the others?
Since you rolled so well, you feel it coming from the and just kind of starting at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, from room number 4, the south one, and then you feel it kind of shift, kind of north to room number 3.
Okay. I will make note of that. Thank you, Mike. Love you.
Big preach.
Yes. Yeah, I will sort of like make note of that, and then I'll just point and open my eyes and say, there.
Why that one?
I'm getting a sensation.
Okay. Do you want me to send in a drone, or do you want to walk into whatever this sensation is?
I'm really torn. Part of me really just wants to go myself, but
Shouldn't do that. No.
yeah, you're probably right. Maybe bust out the thermal one.
Okay, sure. So I rummage around in the backpack and pull out the second drone. This one's named Fever. Get it all hooked up to my tablet, direct it, and if you open the door,
I once again
Owen.
look over your
Yeah.
shoulder. So I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see the
Open the
screen.
door, and then we can get the drone in there and see what.
Yep.
It sees. Yeah.
Okay.
Open
Here we
that
go.
shit up.
Yep. And it's moving around inside whatever the room is,
All right.
showing whatever's in there.
I would like an intelligence and technology roll from
Okay.
Eleanor, please.
Yeah, no, this one is infrared, so that's what we're getting this time around, if anything's in there. Okay, it was technology
And
and
intelligence.
intelligence. Okay, technology is 4. So I have a 6 and a 6,
Okay.
and then I have to roll those again because I only have 3 of these dice. A 2 and a 3 for technology total. So those 2. I can't even remember the numbers I said. Sorry.
2 successes.
Okay,
Yeah, 2
2 successes there, and then the other one was intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay, intelligence is 3 dice. I've got, what is that? A 4 and a 5, and then I roll one more dice, and that one is a 3.
Okay. So 2 successes.
2
Yeah.
successes.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here like watching the drone go around, telling it where to move.
It doesn't find anything.
Nothing. No heat signatures at all.
No heat signatures. No.
Nothing.
All right, I'm gonna go into the room.
All right, I'll
Okay.
call the drone back.
It's calling me for a reason, so I
Okay.
need to check it out.
All right.
All right. Then I would like Owen to make a wits and awareness roll, please.
Okay, that's better than investigation. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. You could swear you hear just the faintest sound of somebody whispering, but it goes past you, like kind of heading north towards doctor's office number 2. It just the faintest like sound. It sounds like somebody was talking.
Okay. I'm gonna follow it.
Okay.
Where
I'm
are you
gonna follow
going?
I heard something. I heard the whispers.
Okay. Rebecca.
Whispers. Okay.
Rebecca.
Let me send the other drone in. It'll pick up audio. Like switch the drones out. Put this
Okay.
up. I'm like, okay, we're ready. In it goes.
Okay. Drone goes in.
Mhm.
And you still don't detect anything.
There's
Owen-
nothing here but a room.
Owen,
Yep.
you're just the faintest sound. It just sounds like somebody whispering something. Rebecca follows up, and she's kind of just waving everybody to be quiet, and she's like, she's like, we're gonna have to play it back later and see what we got.
Of course.
Once I sort of like followed it, did it sound like the whispers were still moving, or did they
Yes.
like stop
Yeah.
in the second office?
Give me another wits and awareness, please.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. That was that had to look absurd. 6 successes.
Oh, okay. It sounds to you like the whisper went to the very top of the office, because you're kind of standing in front of office number 1 right now, and it kind of went to the end, and now is starting to move back towards you, and is moving south.
So it's like so it sounds like they're walking between the offices.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think I'll sort of like go over to Eleanor and Rebecca and say, I think we should set up. I'm assuming we have like microphones and stuff that we can just have. I think we should set up a microphone and camera up in this area because it sounds like whatever it is moving between the offices.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything, and the drone hasn't sent. But sometimes audio can come back later.
Okay. So Rebecca calls back to Wyatt and says, and they kind of get things synced up, and she takes the 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 recorder that's on her and kind of hooks it up to like one of the office doors so that it can kind of. And she's like, "All right, well," she goes, "I'll stay here, and we'll see what we can record."
All right.
Okay. Maybe I've
Okay.
got something on here, but a lot of times these things don't immediately show.
Yeah, we'll probably have to listen to it on a playback or
Right.
something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe, and because when I was listening to it, I couldn't quite make out what it was saying, but it sounded like whispers. So maybe
Right,
in the
right.
playback we'll be able to more.
That's
If it
not
picks it up.
unusual. I've heard other ghost hunters have that, but then you have to like crank the volume later, and I don't want to do that right now. So
Yeah, we can do it later. We can do it later.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I call back the drone and put it away for now.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And you guys stay for a few minutes, do a little more recording,
Mhm.
and then Wyatt says over the walkie-talkie, he's like, "I think I heard something."
Uh,
He's like, "Why don't you guys come back to the lobby?"
All right, off we go.
To the lobby.
Mhm.
Back that way.
Thomas and Quinn, you're gonna come along.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You get back to the lobby, and Wyatt is behind the desk, and he's like, "Come on."
Yeah.
Waves you guys over,
What
and
you
he
got?
has, and he plays back recording from the from what he just heard, and there's a faint sound that it recorded. He has to isolate it,
Mhm.
and it does sound like somebody whispering, but
Oh.
it's just like you can't make out. It's a male voice, and it's whispering, but you can't quite make out what it's saying. He's like I'd have to do a lot of work on it, maybe isolate it, see if we can clean up the audio, but I heard something.
Well, it is indeed something.
Something.
And
Yes.
and he says, "Eleanor, why don't you try your drone again?"
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
Okay.
get it out, put the drone, send it where I want it to go. It's pretty much got the map of the space by now, so it knows where I'm going, and putting it into that room.
Once you kind of play around with it a little
Mhm.
bit, you do find some sound on there.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
It's a little clearer than what Wyatt had,
Hmm.
but it's definitely a male voice, kind of
Right.
a rough old voice, but it's just mumbling something you can't. And what you can tell is it sounds like it gets louder, and then it gets softer, and then louder and softer, which kind of jives with what Owen had noticed about
Right.
it was moving. Something was moving.
So
through
it's
there.
moving. We can't catch what language it's speaking, can we?
Well, let's see now.
Okay.
And if anyone else who is there would like to, you guys have all now heard the sound.
Mhm.
You can try let's see, intelligence, and let's just make it a straight up intelligence roll.
Everybody?
Everyone who wants to try.
All right.
All right.
I've got, let's see,
Let's go, everybody.
I've got an 8 and a 4, and I have to roll one more dice. And that one's a 1.
I got 2 successes on my
Okay.
end.
Okay.
I got 3 successes.
Okay.
I don't know how many I got, but
I got a 5 crit success.
Dang. We
Good.
love to see it.
Okay.
We love to see it.
Okay.
I don't know if I got any successes because I can't quite work this out.
Leaning in,
Mhm.
Quinn is really listening carefully, and it just sounds like it's an older man's voice who just says, "Did all I could, did all I could, did all I could." It just seems to just repeat just the words, "Did all I could."
Hmm.
Is that what you're making out?
That's all you can make out from is "Did all I could."
Interesting. So it's
That's
English.
what you think they're saying. Is
I mean,
did all I could.
it might be in English from what we're gathering. I mean, sometimes you hear your native language and that's it,
Mhm.
But
The fact that it's moving back and forth means it's probably an echo, which is. I know this isn't very scientific for you, Eleanor,
it's not. But go on.
But an echo is usually a sort of remnant of an individual. It's not really a spirit, more just like a piece of them got left in a place and just repeats the same action over and over again for
And
eternity.
we're looking at an echo of someone who is dealing with some sort of guilt, trauma.
Something like that. Yeah,
That's what it sounds.
like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, and the fact that it keeps moving between the doctor's offices means it could possibly be a doctor or maybe a male nurse or someone along those lines, but that's just pure speculation.
Right. Well, a lot of this is until we get the data.
Well, yes.
But, yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Rebecca and Wyatt seem pleased because you guys found something.
Something. Yeah.
All right. You've basically examined the first section, and let's go back to the map.
To the
To the
map.
I'm going to call back the drone now that we
To the
solved
map.
that.
To the map. Yep.
To the map. Okay. So you have investigated this entire area here. There is another set of doors that leads to the nurse's station and patient rooms.
Okay.
And there are stairways that lead up and down. And there's also an elevator back here.
Oh, I'm not touching that.
I would not trust the elevator, that's for sure.
Do you want to stay with the same pairs? You want to all four go together? What would you like to do?
I'm open to either. I'm open to change. I'm open to keeping it the same.
I was
Miss
going to
Bennett,
say, probably switch it up, maybe.
Quinn will look to Eleanor.
Mhm.
You have an academic background, right?
Yes.
Maybe the two of us should team up on this one in case you find any paperwork, anything journal related, something we can make sense
That's a good
out
idea. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. You and me, Daddy T. Let's do it.
Oh.
You know how I feel about that more than he does.
All right.
I promise I'll only call you that the one time.
Hashtag Daddy T. Right.
Oh.
You step through the doors. There's kind of a small circular window on the door. As you step in, you see the nurse's station is in front of you. It is kind of a round circular area with kind of a faded white countertop on it. As you step through, you can see on the left and right of you are hallways that lead to different patient rooms. And now what you're going to see is there are, if you see, they're going to use every spot that has a bed in there is a separate patient room. So on this first level, there are actually a total of 22 patient rooms.
Wow.
When you step into the room, again, you kind of have your choice if you want to go to the left or the right. What would you like to start off with? And there is no light in this room.
Flashlights.
Thomas has his flashlight up, and he's just like, I like the look of this section right up to the, basically as you walk through the doors, up to the top left.
Okay. And what we're going to do is kind of starting in that area is we're going to start with that first bed is number 1, then number 2, number 3.
Mhm.
So basically what you're going to do is you're going to tell me what number room you want to look at. And then I'll tell you, if you find anything in that room. So
Mm,
kind of like I said, kind of starting in that corner is number 1, number 2, number
2,
3.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
6, 7.
Okay.
In just that, you said in just that box, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're saying 7 would be like the bed closest to the
Correct.
stairs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
7.
Yep.
All right. After you, Father Tom.
Yep. He's just got his flashlight and he's walking right to just slowly sweeping
Okay.
sweeping the flashlight back and forth, just kind of
Okay.
looking.
Okay. Which room would you like to go into, if any of them?
The 7th room. So the
7th.
one, yeah, yep, the
Okay.
one close to the stairs.
Okay. Okay. You just take a step inside. The room is empty. There's no longer a bed there or anything. The walls are scratched up. And kind of take a peek around. Is Owen going to step in?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Owen takes a step in and something pushes him in the chest very roughly,
Oh. Okay.
but he doesn't see anything.
Do I like stumble, or is it more just like, yeah, just like, yeah, like I just bumped into something kind of feeling?
Mhm.
Is that the first thing or the second thing?
So
I'd have to show the comments. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
um, I was gonna say,
And
would he make enough noise for
yeah,
Thomas to?
Thomas can hear. I mean, Owen kind of stumbled back, and he probably kind of gasped a little bit when he got touched.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I just felt like something shoved me, or like I ran into
Hmm.
something really hard.
And he just looks around, see if he can see anything.
Let's make
Communicate about the shove.
Okay. And Rebecca says, "You were touched? Hold on." She's like, "I'm on my way." So let's have each of you, actually, excuse me, hold on. Let's first have Owen make a intelligence and occult roll.
Yay! I'm so good at those. Okay.
Actually, you should be.
I am. I am
Yeah,
very good at
oh,
those.
okay.
Would my specialty in ghosts apply here?
Yes, it would.
Okay, just wanted to ask storyteller permission.
Roll them dice.
I'm rolling a lot of them dice. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7 successes.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
No crits. No crits either.
Okay. Whatever touched you felt very cold. It when it touched your flesh, it was like an ice block, like pushing into you. And closing your eyes, you still feel like there's something standing in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to sort of like reach my hand forward and see if I like feel anything or like feel a difference in the air or something.
It's icy cold.
So, would you say you felt a difference in the air tonight?
Yes, one would say I felt a chill in the air.
Sorry,
No.
I live in a musical.
Oh, see,
Well-
mine was a Scooby-Doo reference, but
well played, sir.
Mine was Phil Collins. It's
Right.
okay.
Mhm. I was thinking that.
Rebecca comes over and she's like, "What happened? You were touched."
Yeah, I felt like something shoved me, and like with my hand out, I like don't turn away like as I talk to her, and I'll still have like my hand reached out, and sort of like as I'm talking to her,
Mhm.
do I feel like the air change at all, or does it still feel cold with my hand
It's
out?
still cold.
And I think there's something right here.
And Rebecca goes, Eleanor, come on over.
Yeah, all right, I'm here. What do you need?
Send your fever drone in there, please.
All right. Hold out that one. Set it up.
Owen, step out of the way.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to pick up you.
Okay, and
Okay.
I'll sort of like
Just move out of the room a little bit there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Off it
And-
goes. And
and-
it's kind of circling the room.
Okay. And you don't need to make a roll on this. It definitely notices a temperature difference. The area that Owen was pointing at is about 30 degrees colder than the rest of the room.
Well, that's something.
Sorry if I was shoving my hand in your chest.
Well, they shoved you first, right? So.
Well, yeah, I know, but I still don't want to be rude to them.
Oh, fine. Yeah. Yeah. There's come here. Look at this. There's a
Hmm?
definite temperature difference right in that spot.
Yes,
You
yes,
see it's
there
kind
is.
of like lower. It's not as red. It's like kind of a bluish.
Yeah, it's
sort
like
of.
bluer.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And it's at that moment that fever gets thrown across the room, crashes into the wall.
Oh,
Okay, somebody didn't like that.
Everyone?
I'm going to pick up my drone.
And everyone else has probably wandered over to see at this point.
Lord Almighty.
I'm going in to pick up my drone.
Father, you definitely picked the right room to check out.
Right, yeah. All right, so I'm going to stand in the door and be like, all right, you, I'm coming in to pick up my drone and I'm leaving. I'm not going to bother you. I go pick up the drone.
It's not broken. It's
Oh, good.
it looks like it's all right.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's-
gosh, that would have
good.
been
Okay.
expensive.
I've got extra pieces I can fix, but yeah.
Good thing fever is durable.
Yeah, well, they both are. I made them that way intentionally. But
Well, I'd hope-
I do
I'd
have
hope
extra
so.
pieces in case something happens.
Question. If that thing blocked you, Owen, from going in, how come the father got in?
I just got in.
I don't know. I try walking in again.
Okay.
Good luck.
You walk in and you're not touched.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, Quinn.
I'm not looking for an answer. I'm posing the question to be mindful.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate the questions being asked.
Very interesting data
So-
from this room.
So when Thomas saw that, while he has his flashlight, his other hand goes to his back pocket and he flips open and he's got his flashlight. He kind of in one hand and he starts flipping. And so he looks at his Bible with his flashlight and he goes, "But no stranger had to spend the night in the street, for my door was always open to the traveler." And he just keeps walking in while flipping through and just looking through different verses. Just walks in.
All right.
He feels a little bit of the cold, but it kind of backs up a little bit. Like as he walks forward, he feels it almost get a little warmer. And Eleanor, pick up your drone again, please.
All right. Pick it up. Send it in. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And he just keeps flipping between. You'll hear him talk just about, different strangers of everyone. And he just keeps reading of.
So I'm going to fly the drone near Thomas because he's moving, and we'll see what he's.
The temperature is moving away from him.
And he's like just following. If he can feel it moving, he's just following it.
Okay.
And it backs up into a corner.
And he just
All right, the blue spots in that corner on the side there.
he stops and he just keeps going. Is there something you need? Is there something you want? Is there something I can help with? And he just keeps flipping just keeps going, trying to talk to whatever it is.
I'm just tracking the drone around near Thomas.
And there's nothing audible that you hear. You all have microphones on you.
Right.
You all have cameras on you. The only thing you're getting is that heat sensation,
That's interesting.
or lack of
Yeah.
heat sensation.
Well, yeah,
rather.
the blue
Yeah.
spot's kind of over in the corner and
Yeah.
Like,
hasn't moved.
we are not here to harm. We are here to help and document. But if the Lord is making you nervous, well, he's always welcome to strangers that we don't know.
The cold tries to inch forward a little bit towards
moving.
Thomas.
Doesn't move. Doesn't move.
It's
I'm a
coming
Very
walk-
forward.
stalwart.
I'm gonna
It's-
slowly walk up near Father Thomas.
Good luck.
Okay. Give me another. Owen, give me another roll, please. Your
Okay,
your
what am I rolling?
Intelligence and your occult, please.
Okie doke. Roll those math rocks.
5 million dice.
Exactly. You get it. You get it. 7 again.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It's a good number.
No,
Good number.
that's great.
I love that number.
You definitely sense there's something still there. A presence, an intelligent presence, but it seems like it wants to get out of the room, but it can't get past you or Thomas.
Okay. I'm going to sort of like put my hand on Father Thomas's shoulder and sort of just like slowly sort of like press both of us more towards the wall so it can sort of like skirt around us to try to get out the room.
It's still in that corner for now.
Thomas will follow what Owen is doing if he's communicating and just say,
I think they want to leave.
"Oh, yeah, I can be a little harsh sometimes."
And as you move, Eleanor watches the cold kind of slip past and kind of starts heading towards the doorway.
Oh, okay, it's coming out the room.
Okay. And Rebecca is kind of just trying to watch with her cameras, and she's like, I don't see anything, but
I do.
Okay. Anyone else?
Thomas just closes the book, gets it. It basically does this and puts it right back in his.
I say Owen.
It's
really,
an old book.
Yeah. Owen really wants to follow it, but also it sort of gave the impression that it does not want to be bothered at this point in time. So I think he will restrain himself a little bit and just let them go on their way.
I'm gonna fly the drone after where I'm seeing the blue area. Not immediately up to it, but kind of, trailing along.
Once it gets back out into kind of the main hallway towards the nurse's station, it disappears.
Oh, well, it's gone. Disappeared right around the nurse's station for, I guess that's where it wanted to go.
Well, that was very exciting. Am I alone in that?
Wow, that was great. The data on this is going to be phenomenal for my next video.
So you have checked one of 22 rooms.
Oh my.
Again, you don't have to check every room.
Right.
Just saying there are 22 rooms. So
should we check out the nursing station and see what it was looking for?
We should definitely check out the nursing station.
Okay.
It's centralized, so it's a good place to.
I'm all for that one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Start walking over there.
Okay. You start walking over
Yep.
and
Calling back my drone just in case.
And I'm
sticking it on my shoulder.
Pick a. Okay. Quinn, as you're stepping out towards a nursing station, you see a figure come from the elevator. They look like they are in a nurse's uniform, kind of the white hat, the white dress, and they come from the elevator, and they walk around the nursing station and start to head east. But only you see this.
I've got movement.
Where?
What?
Where?
Where?
It's right there. Like elevator. Look, it's walking this way,
All right.
and they're like their eyes are following it, but they're like trying to point towards it the whole time.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of follow your direction and see if I can pick anything up with this drone. Send it
Okay.
towards the
Yeah, I was
elevator.
gonna say I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Well,
It's coming
we'll
around
see.
the nursing station.
Yeah. Okay.
None of you are
I-
seeing this?
I know
I'm seeing a blue spot.
I know I can't see it, but can I see if I like feel what they're talking about?
You would have to run over there and give me another one of those voodoo rolls.
All right.
If you roll another 7, I swear to God.
Hey, it'll be. Hey,
We're
it'll
going
be-
to Vegas. We're going to
I was,
Yeah, I
Vegas.
was gonna
I was
say.
gonna say, you know, you gotta get the 3 7s on the roulette wheel. So
There you go.
See, then he wins Hunter. So
He is the hunter.
unfortunately, it was not 7 this time. It was only 6 instead.
No, no.
Okay.
Aw.
Don't get 3 of them or you automatically lose.
Look, yeah. And then we summon Satan himself.
Yes.
you don't see anything, but you feel something moving in that same direction that Quinn mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a blue spot, but
Yeah, Eleanor, you get
I got it.
you get a blue spot, not the same as the one you had before.
no, this was a little bit slighter.
Yeah, and it's actually a little warmer than the other one
okay,
was.
so it's not the other one was like ice, but this one's a little bit
Mhm.
darker blue, I guess. But
I
And
don't see
I don't
what
know,
you're talking about, but I feel something
okay.
over there.
Okay.
I mean, anyone
Quinn-
wants to look at this tablet, you can
Yep.
see what I'm seeing.
I
Quinn,
will look at the tablet.
Quinn watches it walk towards the south, because in the southeastern corner of this area where the patient rooms are.
Mm-hmm.
He watches it kind of slip through a doorway towards the patient rooms.
Quinn, what's it doing?
Quinn's just gonna look for a moment to like wipe off their glasses and put them back on. Set
Okay.
these corner patient rooms.
Okay.
It just
All
went
right.
through the doorway.
Send the drone that direction and
Okay. Is it just
track
the drone, or is anyone else walking in there?
Oh, I'm not walking in there.
Quinn is walking. I mean, not Quinn. Owen is walking in there. Quinn will go. Yeah, Owen will take Quinn if Quinn wants to go in there.
Oh, Quinn will like put a hand on Owen's shoulder. She's like, you've already gotten abused once. If there's something there, I will take the brunt on this one.
Okay, I will follow you though because this is
Okay.
very exciting, and also I'm very jealous that you're seeing whatever this is right now.
Oh, it's a bait.
Well, I'm
It is
seeing
definitely a
something
bait.
as well. So yeah.
Okay. Quinn follows and sees room number 19. And as he turns the corner and they come down the hallway, they see the room number 19, the door, the person goes through the door and the door shuts behind them. This is room number 19. This would be in the like southeastern kind of section. So
Okay.
Did we who didn't go hear the door slam?
you definitely hear a door close.
And my drone is floating outside the door.
So we're in the room and the door just shut behind us.
You were like coming up to the door and it closed in front of you. So
Well, that was a bit rude.
Quinn will just reach out and just like knock.
Housekeeping.
there is no response.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'll make a bet with you. If this isn't a bait or a trap of some kind, I owe you lunch.
Okay,
And
I'll take
Quinn will
that
just, like,
bet.
Quinn will just like reach for the door handle.
Okay. It turns.
Flashlight in one hand, just opening it, checking the room out first before they go in.
I'll send the drone.
Okay.
Into
So does the drone go in before Quinn, or does Quinn go in first?
Quinn will let the drone go in first because if
Okay.
something happens to it, they'll know. Okay, so there is something definitely
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna send in the same drone I've been using and look for like spots on the the map that it's showing me, essentially. You know.
The drone goes in,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
finds
okay.
nothing. It's an empty room.
Nothing here. No blue spots. Only red I'm picking up is you two.
All right. Looks like we're going in.
And we're going in.
Okay. You go in.
If we die, we die together.
You go in and find nothing remarkable. There's no bed in here. It's empty. Some scraped up tiles. There's nobody here. And there is no temperature difference in the room.
No, I'm
It's-
not seeing
yeah.
anything. Like I said, except for you guys, because it's picking up, body heat.
Okay. What is the scraping of the tiles look like?
It looks like over the years, somebody probably dragged things across the tile like a heavy bed. It's just wear and tear from decades of people being in these rooms.
Interesting.
Either that thing is one of those echoes you were talking about, and it's just redoing something, or it has to have conscious thought.
I don't think we can prove that.
I don't.
Well,
The other one felt pretty intelligent. This one, I don't know. You saw it, Quinn, so maybe you'll have a better idea. But what did they look like they were doing? Were they just walking around?
it looked like someone in a nurse's uniform. They had come from the elevator. They came around the nurse's desk, but they didn't grab anything from it, or looked like they were trying to. They came around and went straight for this room.
Interesting. Maybe they, once again, this is pure speculation, but some spirits don't know that they're deceased. So perhaps they thought they were just going about their, if it is not an echo, then perhaps they thought they were just going about their
Job.
their job routine
I
here at the hospital.
suppose. I don't know how anyone would prove that, but
Once again, pure speculation.
right, yeah.
Extrapolating, if you will.
Mm.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's just a theory.
Gotta start somewhere. Well, technically, it's a hypothesis, but
Okay, thank you. Yes, it's just a hypothesis.
Quinn is going to go over to the door itself and wants to try and move it. They want to see is this a normal door where it's just maybe a really heavy breeze could do it? Is it lighter, heavier? They're trying to rule out that this door needed force to move it.
The doors are pretty solid. I mean, they weren't. At one point, they were probably wooden, but these are more like heavy metal doors. It would have been hard for a breeze to have come through here, wound its way through the different doors, and then come through here and blown this door closed. So it's almost impossible that it would have just sort of closed by itself very hard. If you would like to make a further investigation on the hinges and things like that, you can. But just at a quick glance, you're like, this is a pretty heavy door. So
Quinn's just kind of looked to Owen. So within, and they're gonna check a watch to see what time it is.
it's about you guys have probably been working for about an hour now, so you're probably like a 7:45 now.
Within the span of an hour, we've gone from seeing nothing to having auditory manifestation to visual manifestation to physical and temperature differences.
That seems like a bit of an escalation compared to the previous investigation, which is both exciting and also possibly disconcerting.
Something drew that thing to this room. But if we're not seeing anything,
Maybe we're just not looking close enough, or maybe we're not looking for the right things.
Is there? Quinn's gonna like run a hand along the wall and see if there's anything like any sort of like crack, a catch, something that could denote something hidden.
Give me a wits and investigation roll, please.
I would love to.
And
I
hopeful
just-
and hope for no cockroaches. So
Listen.
They
Like
just start spewing out of the wall.
Roach Queen. All right, wits and investigation. Okay, so that's one so far. That's just one success.
no, nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing of
Alright.
note.
Can Owen sort of like keep an eye out for like any sort of like like etchings or like writing or something that may be sort of like just hidden somewhere in the room, or like marked on the walls or something like that?
Give me a wits and investigation, please.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, 3 successes.
There's been some scratches over the years, but nothing that looks like
Okay, but
notes
nothing
or
nothing
words or-
like
nah.
yeah, nothing like cognitive or deliberate
No.
or anything like that.
No.
Okay,
No.
it was worth a shot.
wear and tear from decades of patience. So
Okay.
Well, we're just not getting jack shit here. It's almost like it's a waste of time. And they'll freeze as their hand is going to the door. They'll go to the walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Eleanor, Father
Yeah.
Thomas, I need
Yeah.
you to look around right now around your group. Is there anything going on right now?
and
I
where
don't.
you guys are, there's nothing.
There's
You're
nothing
you're,
here.
you're kind of out in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm
by
like
the,
turning around to see, like, move the drone around and stuff. And I'm like, it's only picking up the two
Nothing.
of us.
Nothing.
Okay.
Rebecca suggests this might be a good time to regroup
Alright.
and start to review what you've got
All right.
before you continue forward.
All right.
That's
Quinn,
good.
let's make a note of this room and then possibly come back to it later with fresh heads.
All right, I'm
You-
calling back the drone.
Yep, you have checked. You've reviewed 2 rooms, number 7 and number 19 so far.
Okay.
And number 7 is where you felt the cold presence that hit Owen. And then number 19 is where the nurse walked in and closed the door, and then you didn't find anything in there. Okay. And I think this is actually an excellent spot to stop for tonight. I would like to thank everyone. And
That was too fun.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
It was.
It was
I was.
great.
I'm like, I just wanted to keep going.
Right.
I think it's a good spot to wrap.
I mean, it
wrap
is,
up for
but I'm
tonight.
just like,
Yeah.
Oh, I
you
know.
know.
So we've got plenty to do for the next episode, which is actually going to be in 2 weeks on the 23rd. So what we're going to do is we're going to let everybody introduce themselves, kind of tell us a little bit about themselves, and then we will plan for the next episode. So let's start with Jen.
Okay, so I'm Jen. If I'm not playing one of these games, I'm hosting the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which is about the Diablo series of games and books and more and stuff like that, as well as what's going on with the company that makes those games. You can find it at shatteredsoulstone.com. New episodes come out generally every Saturday.
Okay, now let's go to Ray.
Yeah, my name is Ray. Besides this, I am also in a group. Let me share it here so that Tom can post it on Twitch. But the Power Rangers, also done by Renegade Studios, doing the Essence 20 system. I'm in 2 different groups, Astro Rebels and Ancient Charge. I got a couple characters in there. You'll find me over on that YouTube. There's a lot of other groups too. It's fun group of peeps over there. So check us out there.
All righty. And we are going to move on then to, let's go to Mint.
Hi. If you saw me disappear for a second, no, you didn't.
It's a ghost.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm totally here and human. Hi. I'm Mintzbo. You could call me Mincy or Mintybo. It doesn't really matter. Happy to be here tonight. I also play with the Blank Slate group on Crow's channel. We just finished up our season of Neon Gore, and they have a couple more episodes on Twitch on the works. Besides that, you might see me some more on Twitch soon in the future, but I'm also a college student about to graduate, so let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, congratulations.
Long time coming, but yeah, you can find me here for Horror at Oak Hill. You might see me in some other projects with like World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness coming up. You can find me on Crow's channel for Blank Slate production. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you. And Aloysius.
It me. Hello, I'm Aloysius. I am in a couple shows on this channel. Notably, Blood in the Water season 2 upcoming. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Very excited. And then also currently in Laser Vision Comics, Old Man Winter. I play kind of a himbo, I guess, over there. And it's a lot of fun. Other than that, big tabletop RPG guy. I am open to try pretty much anything. Give most things a shot. Giant nerd. You want to see what comics I'm interested in? Go check out my Twitter. I post weekly poll lists of what I find interesting in the comic book world every week and what people should be keeping their eyes out for. Himbo be keeping it very cool. Seeing as he has ice powers.
Right.
All right, thanks. You guys know me, Tom Bolthra on the socials. Again, with this wonderful group playing Hunter. Laser Vision Comics is our Prowlers and Paragons series that we've kicked off, and has been a lot of fun, and hoping to maybe even get some new players, some new heroes to join the game, and some plans for Blood in the Water season 2, potentially in January, and yeah, way too much in the hopper, but that's what I like. So again, thank you to everybody who's been watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please come back on the 23rd for episode 2. And again, big thanks to Mike Walsh for all his help on organizing everything for us. Wyatt, you're here in spirit with Wyatt. And again to Nerdbert, again for all the beautiful artwork. We'll make sure that the links are out to his socials and also for his Patreon. And also to, excuse me, hold on, there we go. Thank you. That's Nerdbert's Patreon. And also again to Olga for her maps. I'm going to have to get her information to be able to show them here on the stream. I'll make sure I do that for the next episode. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we log off for the night?
This was a very fun first session.
It was.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I
Thank you,
absolutely loved
Tom,
it.
for running it. Everybody just be cool.
No problem. All right, and the danger level is going to go up to 1 now.
Ooh.
Oh.
They did get
Blood from the walls. That's what I heard. Blood from the walls.
I did
Danger
get
level.
I did
Danger
get
level
shoved.
1. Blood
I got
from the walls.
shoved.
Yeah,
I got
feelings
shoved.
hurt.
That's signs
let
of
me,
violence.
let me make sure I edit that so that when I go back and watch this later, I remember what the hell I was talking about. So the current danger is
There we go.
1.
It is
All right.
1.
Level 1.
All right, thanks everybody. We're going to log off for the night, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Good night, y'all.
Bye, everybody.